Wealth is not a matter of luck, effort, or merit. It's a game, and the rules were designed for a few to win, while the majority remains trapped. The financial elite didn't reach the top by playing fair. They control, manipulate, and above all, ensure that you keep believing the system is fair. But the truth is brutal. While you follow the rules, they rewrite them to their advantage. The world doesn't reward those who work hard. It rewards those who understand the game and know how to cheat it without getting caught. The question is, will you continue to be just another pawn on the board, or finally learn how the real players conquer and keep power? Time is passing. You wake up, you work, you pay bills. The month ends, and it all starts again. But stop and think. If effort were the secret to wealth, why do the richest people work less than you? Today, you're going to discover something no one ever told you, something the financial elite would never want you to know. The system was designed to keep you trapped, and the money masters, they don't want you to escape. Have you ever wondered why you were always taught that hard work is the key to success? Why they tell you to save money, yet the rich live off investments? Why most people study for years, go into debt, get a job, and still remain far from wealth? None of this is by chance. Machiavelli once said, "Men forget more easily the death of their father than the loss of their patrimony." And the financial elite understands this better than anyone. They know that money isn't just wealth, it's control. Control over your choices, your time, your life. To ensure that most people never escape mediocrity, they use three unbeatable weapons. The first is narrative manipulation. The media, social networks, advertisements, they all sell unattainable dreams while hiding the real strategies of wealth. The idea that anyone can become a millionaire by working hard is just smoke and mirrors to cover up the dirty game. Think about this. You grow up watching movies where the hero succeeds in life through effort and determination. He works 16-hour days, overcomes hardships, and in the end achieves everything he ever dreamed of. But in real life, how many people like that actually exist? Very few. Meanwhile, the financial elite plays by an entirely different set of rules. They don't rely on hard work. They rely on capital, leverage, and connections. Families like the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers didn't build their empires by working office jobs. They understood early on the power of banking, credit, and legal structures to multiply their wealth. Meanwhile, most people are bombarded with slogans like, "Work hard and you'll be rewarded." This narrative is a distraction. It keeps you focused on daily labor and blinds you to the fact that there are other ways to build wealth, ways that are deliberately kept out of reach for the majority. Moreover, the elite controls institutions, laws, banks, taxes, education systems. Everything is designed to favor those who already hold power. In the United States, during the Great Depression of the 1930s, while millions of people lost their homes and savings, banks received billions in government bailouts. These were the same banks that had contributed to the crisis by speculating irresponsibly. Yet, who paid the price? Small depositors and taxpayers. Another example is education. The modern education system was created during the Industrial Revolution to produce obedient and specialized workers. It was never designed to teach critical thinking, creativity, or entrepreneurial skills. It was built to train people to follow orders and accept fixed jobs. This explains why so many university graduates remain stuck in mediocre jobs. They were taught to obey, not to question. Tax laws are also structured to protect the rich. While you pay taxes on every penny you earn, billionaires use tax havens, foundations, and other legal tools to minimize their obligations. They are not breaking the law. They are playing by the rules they helped create. Finally, the elite sustains fear and dependence. They implant fear in your mind, fear of taking risks, fear of losing, fear of failing. They make you dependent on them, dependent on a steady job, on bank loans, on financial advice that never truly works. For example, how many times have you heard someone say, "Don't risk your money on business, invest in something safe"? This kind of mindset is exactly what keeps people trapped. The fear of failure prevents them from trying something different. Meanwhile, the rich understand that failure is part of the game. They know that to reap great rewards, they must take great risks. They also know that even if they fail, they have enough resources to recover. Dependence is another powerful weapon. The more you rely on a monthly paycheck, the harder it becomes to think of alternatives. You get trapped in a vicious cycle. You work to pay bills, but your bills increase as you work more. They call this the rat race. And while you keep running, they stand still, watching you spin the wheel. Have you ever noticed how every success story they tell you follows the same script? The poor boy who became a millionaire, the worker who became an entrepreneur, the nobody who turned into a big name. These stories are real, but they are exceptions, not the rule. And the financial elite uses these exceptions to fuel your hope. They want you to keep believing that one day you'll make it. But look around. You work 40 years to pay for a house that will never truly be yours. You go to college but end up in debt for a degree that the market no longer values. You start a business but realize the rules only favor the corporate giants. Meanwhile, the money masters keep getting richer with seemingly no effort. The financial elite doesn't want you to wake up, because if you do, their entire game collapses. The truth is simple. Money isn't earned through effort, it's earned through control. Those who follow the rules of the majority live like the majority. Those who understand the elite's strategies escape the game. Now, you might be asking, but how do I break free from this cycle? First, stop selling your time. The wealthy don't trade hours for money. They create income streams that work even while they sleep. Invest in assets that generate passive income, such as real estate, dividends, or scalable businesses. Second, learn how to play with money. Invest, multiply. Use the same weapons the elite use. Stop stashing money under your mattress or in savings accounts that barely keep up with inflation. Understand the power of compound interest and invest in financial education. Third, don't follow the path they taught you. If it were so effective, everyone would be rich. Questioning the status quo is the first step to changing your reality. Read books that open your mind, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Fourth, build networks of power. The financial elite doesn't operate alone. They have connections, influence, and mutual support. Building relationships with like-minded people is crucial to breaking free from mediocrity. Fifth, develop multiple income streams. Don't rely solely on a paycheck. Create alternative income flows such as investments, online businesses, digital content royalties, or even rental properties. The more diversified your income, the less dependent you are on a single point of failure. Finally, recognize the power of mindset. The biggest barrier between you and wealth isn't money, it's your mindset. Many people grow up believing that being rich is either immoral or impossible. That's social conditioning. To change your financial reality, you first need to change your mindset. Once you understand the game, you realize it's much bigger than you ever imagined. It's not just about money, it's about freedom, power, and purpose. The financial elite doesn't just want your money. They want your energy, your time, your life. They want you to stay too busy to ever question the system. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a victim. By learning to think like them, act like them, and invest like them, you can start building your own financial fortress. And when you finally step out of their game, something incredible happens. You start creating your own game, a game where you set the rules, a game where you should decide what it means to be rich. Remember, wealth isn't just about accumulating money. Wealth is about having control over your time, your energy, and your life. It's about choosing how to spend your days, who to spend them with, and what impact to leave on the world. So what will your choice be? Stay trapped in the system, or build your own freedom? Time is passing. It's up to you to decide. Or maybe it's already too late.